Okay, Sunday, 16th of February, 2025. So Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Study Sunday. Be more. With greatest reward comes greatest sacrifice. So one thing I've really realized over time and in life is that to achieve these big things requires immensely, proportionally or disproportionately great and grand amount of organization, logistics, planning, decisions, choices, confidence, ability, self-esteem, you name it, that comfort zone, you name it. To achieve this grand big thing, it'll take days, weeks and months, and years, decades even. And it'll take so much immeasurable amount of time, energy, planning, you name it, dedication and beyond. You name the buzzwords. Nice, very important to understand, to acknowledge and internalize that. The bigger the vision, the more logistics involved. The bigger the vision, the more planning involved. Fair enough. And that's one thing in life we have to take to heart. I think when it comes to thinking long term as well, thinking I want to do this thing for the long term, this vlog is a good example. Learning Spanish is a good example as well through Duolingo. For the long term, it takes a lot of planning and logistics and dedication, discipline every day, just chipping away at things day by day. Very important. And it's important to recognize that before you start and to realize that the mountain, the sheer colossal of a mountain ahead of you to achieve this grand specific thing that could be 7 plus 10 years in the future or perpetually. I look at some of the things I've achieved over the past decade even, and I think, damn, that's good stuff. And I think ahead for the next decade or 2 or 3 and think, damn, I got a lot of stuff to do. I've got a lot of stuff to work on and focus on. Yeah, it's going to take a long time, but it's worthwhile. It's worthwhile. That's the key word there as well. And recognizing that it takes time, dedication, and discipline. But also, when you're learning as well, you see that amazing growth over time. You realize the things you were doing a year ago, and on a rolling 6, 12, 18-month basis, you've grown a lot. That's powerful because then it makes that achievement, that big thing you're working on, even better, even grander. With greatest achievements comes greatest sacrifice. Hard work or big decisions were involved in there somewhere, yes. To achieve this big thing, I need to think strategically, tactically, both really, every day. Okay, when can I do this? How can I do this? How long can I do it for? How do I organize that time? How do I measure it? How do I plan it? How do I improve? How? I did a video about this more than a year ago, about 10,000 decisions. To achieve this big thing, it takes 10,000 decisions. I got loads of research here to do in order to take my craft to the next level. So loads of things to do. You are rewarded in proportion to the difficulty and scale of the problems you solve. So this big thing over here, well, if you're going to plan and do something, dream and plan it big, because then at least you're solving big real world problems for many, many people, as opposed to just a small problem for a few people. The bigger the problem for many more people, the bigger the reward. But subsequently, the bigger the reward, but the bigger the logistics involved. The range of possibilities is wider as well. It's greater what could happen. That same freedom that allows you to excel and have a magnificent success gives you the same freedom and choice to do nothing at all with your life and just crash. Not burn, but just crash. That same level of freedom, the range of possibilities is much wider. That's amazing. Provide more value, get more cash back. The bigger the service you provide for mankind in whichever way, the bigger the service you do for them, the more you'll be rewarded and get back. Do more stuff for people and they'll do more stuff for you. That's the general idea anyway, but the principle is very sound. Now, of course, there's nuances within reason. I did a video about this as well, within reason. But yes, the greater the service, the greater the value you provide to the world, the more logistics and planning. And that's that. And that really should be seen as an amazing thing. I did a video about this, about the travel. About half the fun or a third of the fun of travel is logistics and planning. It's that organizing stuff, connecting the dots, preparing things, preparing this, preparing that. It's the preparation. It's that. It's a cool little puzzle. Because I realized recently I do like puzzles, but I don't like puzzle for the sake of a puzzle, like a Rubik's Cube or a crossword puzzle or Sudoku, but a puzzle that has a definitive, specific result and reward, especially at the end. Planning the logistics of travel, for example, a road trip, for example, things like that. I did some videos about my road trips as well. Those kind of things. That itself is beautiful. The logistics of this goal, how to plan it, the day-to-day, the nitty-gritty, the specifics, the technicalities, the exact wording, the communications, the automation and beyond. It's amazing. It really, really is amazing. It's beautiful. And then there's that subtle thing in the heart. You've got to enjoy the journey. You've got to really want this thing, and you've got to really appreciate the journey. I did a video about this yesterday, about learning and appreciating the deconstructionism, appreciating the craft and the art behind these things to fully understand and embrace this goal over here. Powerful, powerful stuff. But yes, very important. But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smarter stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.